Hi, today we're going to talk about liquid measurements like gallons, pints, cups, anything fluid ounces, anything like that. So I want to just remind you again, in the very last page of your planner, here's your front cover, here's the very last page. There's a section called capacity, and that's your liquid section. And that will help you. It says 1 cup equals 8 fluid ounces. An ounce, you notice, is OZ. It's kind of a strange abbreviation. The rest are pretty easy. Pints is PT, quarts is QT, and cups is C. And yes, I did say QT. Cutie. Yeah, quarts are cuties. All right. So if you don't remember that, a lot of elementary schools teach kids the gallon man or gallon way to remember. If you take a gallon, that's your largest liquid measurement, a big G, just like Green Bay Packers. Yep, I said it. And then inside a gallon, there are 4 quarts. So I'm going to make these Q's because there's 4 quarts inside this gallon. Now, inside each quart, there are 2 pints. And kids who can draw this picture, they get it really fast. Oops, I missed a pint. Okay? And then inside each pint is 2 cups. Like this, 2 little cups, 2 little cups, 2 little cups inside each of these pints. So if I asked you how many cups are in a gallon, boom, you could look at it and you go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 cups equals 1 gallon, right? So you could do that really fast just looking at this picture. But today we have something that looks like this. 45 gallons equals how many pints? Well, I can tell you how many pints are in 1 gallon right now just by looking at this picture. In 1 gallon, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pints. So how many pints are going to be in 45 gallons? So just like yesterday when we were talking about lengths, think to yourself, is that number going to be larger or smaller? Is the number here going to be a bigger number or smaller? Well, if I look at the original gallons to pints, the pints was larger. It's a smaller amount, and so it's going to be a bigger number. If there's 8 in 1, how many in 45? Well, you could just do, well, Mrs. Hunley, that's 45 times 8, right? So I could do that very quickly. 8 times 5 is 40. I write my 0, carry my 4. 8 times 4 is 32, plus the 4 that I carried, 36. This is the standard algorithm we've talked about. 360 pints. Now, if you ever want to know how to set these up proportionally, Mrs. Hunley's talked to you a little bit about this. I kind of introduced it as this is to this and that is to that. So I could say this is to this, the way that that is to that. And it's just a way of setting these up. I kind of did it. If you think about what I just had on my dry erase board, I kind of did that before. So if I'm comparing, again, gallons, this gallon is to this many pints. 1 gallon is to 8 pints. The way that 45 gallons is to how many pints? And that's our question. We don't know. Now, I know that's our question, but as we start into algebra, we're going to actually put a variable there, and most people put an X. And it just stands for, that's the question. That's what we're trying to find. Now, to find this, we would do cross products. We would take the numbers that are across from each other, and we would multiply. Well, 8 times 45 equals 1 times some number right here. And when we put them right beside each other, it means multiply. So what number times 1 equals 8 times 45? Well, we just did this. 8 times 45 was 360. What number times 1 would equal 360? Well, the answer would be 360. Setting these up like this will work every time, whether you're dealing with liquids or measurement or metrics or pounds like weight, capacity, weight, all those things. If you set these up as this is to this, as that equals that to that, it will work every time. And you can just multiply the ones that are diagonal from each other and divide by the one that's hanging out. Okay. Give it a try. Give it a try if this assignment's too easy for you.